We out here with a sis who gonna, share light on the struggle. What's your name, sis?
My name's Heather.
Nice to meet you, Heather.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. How old are you?
33.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is January 11th.
What sign is that?
Capricorn.
Yo, shout out to the Cap. Show your son some love. All right, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've been using drugs since I was 14, and it's really hard to be out here and I was homeless for a while. I just got in the shelter at 21st and Girard, and those people, they really are like nice people, and it's clean there, and they give me faith. They give me faith to want to get clean. They really do. They push me. They don't push me, like they push me to want to push me. You know what I mean? Like they don't. I really appreciate them people. And Prevention Point is on the first floor. I got on Suboxone, so I'm clean off the dope. It's just I'm battling with the crack and other drugs. But it's really hard out here, and the females are being taken advantage of out here really bad. It's sickening. It is. Like, the girls are getting in cars, they're getting beat up, they're getting robbed for what they got, and it's crazy because we're already vulnerable and we're going through enough. And for somebody, a man, to do that to a woman when she's vulnerable like that, that's sick. But I feel like the cops don't do nothing about it, nothing at all. They just drive past. I was around when somebody got shot in the head on Huntington, and they just drove past. We're screaming for an ambulance. They just kept driving. They didn't even stop. So yeah, it's really fucked up out here. It's getting worse and worse and worse out here. It really is. People are robbing people. They're falling asleep and shit. Like, cops are making us move. We can't sit down nowhere. Like, where do you want us to go? Like, and then they're saying they're going to make homelessness a crime. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. How is being homeless a crime? Like, people don't have money to, they're on drugs, so they don't have money to pay rent and stuff like that. They can't pay rent and pay a drug habit. But I know my stepmom, and my dad, they would love to see me get clean and get my weight back up and start looking nice again and taking care of myself. But this shelter really is getting me there. Like, I'm eating, I'm sleeping, I'm not just out here 24/7 running the streets. So
that's great to hear. You're doing great things, because so many people out here are stuck and they think like there is no way out. So people like you who are trying give so many of us hope that you can get up out of here, So where are you from originally?
South Philadelphia.
How long have you been in Kensington now?
Probably like 3 years.
What brought you down to Kensington?
I just didn't want my family and people that watched me grow up seeing me struggle, you know what I mean? Because they shouldn't have to see that. They don't know me like this, you know what I mean? I'm gay for real. I don't even, you know what I mean, like men, and I'm wearing girls' clothes. Like, I'm usually dressed like a boy, and like they don't look at me like this, and I lost a lot of weight due to the drugs, and I just don't look like myself, and I'm not acting like myself neither, because what they're putting in these drugs, I don't know, but they're putting some stuff in these drugs, like, gotta be.
Let's do a little throwback. Who introduced you to drugs?
I guess friends from school and stuff like that. My mom overdosed on heroin when I was 14, so when I was in school, in high school, that's when she died, and I was just starting to like smoke weed and do Xannies and stuff like that, and I started selling drugs at 14 to take care of myself, because my father was in jail and my mom had died, and my grandmom they had to throw me out because I was just a mess. I was just had a bad temper, and I was just cutting school, and they were buying me TVs and stuff like that, and I was, you know, I was just fucking up. I wasn't doing right.
If you can go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Just not to trust everybody so easily, and you know, just I'm so good-hearted that it's I can't help but who I am, and that I always seem to fail because I put myself, I try to see myself in other people, and it's always a letdown, I feel like, because nobody's ever going to be like me. I'm very unique. I do what I want, like how I want to do things, and if I choose to help people, and then I choose to help people, that's just me. I was raised like that. My mom was like that, always giving people money and stuff like that, so that's just who I am.
That's a good trait to have, and don't let the ugliness and other take that away from you, because we need more of that in this world today. It's a dark world, so we need more of that kindness to be, you know, spread around.
That's all people need, is just somebody to love them. That's it. Like, they don't need this. They don't need this life. They just need somebody to love them and give them some kind of, like, you know, drive to want to do something, like, instead of just staying trapped in Kensington, running around doing drugs.
Right. Well, I'm glad you have knowledge and you have understanding of the struggle, because some people haven't experienced struggle in their life.
Yeah.
Some people were raised on love, and some was raised on survival. So we're not the same, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, what's something you wish your family and friends had understood about you during your tough times?
Well, I can't say that my family and friends do understand me, because they've been through the same stuff I've been through, and they watch me grow up, so they know who I am, and they know what kind of person I am. They just know I'm just on drugs right now, and I'm not the same. I'm not saying I'm not the same, but I'm just lost right now. That's it.
What was your life like before you became lost?
My life was great. My life was great. I had my family in my life. They was gonna put me in college, any college I wanted to go to. They were gonna, you know, give me a job. Like, my uncle was gonna teach me how to make four-wheelers. You know, I had a chance to live in New Jersey with my uncle. I had a chance to live with my grandmother. You know, just because my mom died, I still got family, and I got my stepmother. She always did for me.
What about your dad?
My dad, he's very quiet, but he is a very loving person in his own way, and I love my dad. And
let's get you from this angle now, different perspective.
And yeah, I love you, Dad, and I love you, Mom. But yeah, I can't really say no more than that.
I got you. That's fair. What's one thing that helped you through your darkest moments?
My darkest moments?
Take your time.
Just having people that do care about me, and like Reds, she's one of my good friends. Lala, I have a lot of good friends out here that do understand me, and they do love me for who I am.
See your podcast on.
God bless you, brother. Appreciate the love.
But I don't know.
I got you, love. It's tough. All right, we're almost done, okay?
Yeah.
So tell me about a time that you felt really proud of yourself.
I feel like I always feel proud of myself because I deal with a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of shit, and I know how to handle it. Using drugs ain't really a good way to handle it, but I do feel like, I just feel like my mom raised me right, and you know, I stick up for people. I try to get people clothes when they ain't got them. I feed people. I took people in off the street when I had my place, and I learned something from that too, like letting them people stay with me and all that. Like they wasn't good people, and I still tried to help. You know what I mean? I still tried to help somebody.
That's awesome. Yeah, there are going to be people out there who going to try to take advantage of your kindness and try to play you like you weak. But
I'm not weak at all.
No, you're not. And that's why we have boundaries, to put them in check. All right, so this one would be, what is one person you would like to thank that stood by you through your tough times in life?
My dad.
Why?
Because he never judged me, because he's a recovering addict. He's been clean for 10 years. And, he's not going to judge me because he's been there. He knows how it is. You know what I mean? He never looked at me a different way, never called me no name, never disrespected me, never nothing. Always just tried to help me get clean, get right. Gave me money even though he knew what it was going for.
No judgment.
No judgment.
He understands the struggle.
Yep.
That's good. Shout out to your dad. If you could send a message to those who are struggling with addiction right now, what would it be?
Just keep your head up, and one day you will want to get clean, and you will get it.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. What would you say to the lawmakers and the people who have power about addiction and recovery? What would you say to them?
I would say they need to lighten up a little bit, because they don't know what it's like, and just have a little bit more, not try to Narcan people when they're, nodded out and you're a police officer. That's, an ambulance driver tried to do that to me when I was in their ambulance. It's crazy. The hospital workers are so disrespectful and mean to drug addicts. It's sickening, and it's not right. It's not right. We're people too. Just because everybody's going through their own shit. Just because mine's is drugs don't mean it's your problem or your business or nothing. That's it.
Right. Okay, dear, we have 2 more minutes. It's almost done. So, imagine right now you was at a table. You can write a letter to addiction. What would your letter be to addiction? Go ahead.
Fuck you.
Tell us more. How you feel?
That's it. That's all I got to say.
Straight to the point. F you addiction.
Mm-hmm.
What are some goals and dreams that you have for your future?
I want to go back to school, and I want to get a degree in something. I'm not really sure for what yet. I did want to do electrician, and then I wanted to do with the Sea World and stuff like that, and dive in with sharks and stuff like that. I always wanted to do that. I just think it would be pretty cool to be in a different kind of reality.
Right. Do you have kids?
No.
All right. Okay, yeah. So what do you have to say to the residents in Kensington who have to live among the drugs?
I would say I want to apologize for, I don't do drugs in front of kids or nothing like that. I'm very respectful. I don't get high around when people are out, walking around. I'll do it in a little, small space, and that's it. But I want to say, thank you for, putting up with the stuff that you put up with, the feces on the ground, and the pee on the ground, and trash on the ground, and people getting high. It's, thank you.
All right. If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
I would wish for just happiness.
That's a beautiful thing. Do you have a favorite band or musician you listen to, or artist?
I like Chris Brown, and I like Meek Mills. Shout out to Meek Mills. That's really it. I listen to everything, so I can't really say just two, But they are my favorite.
What are your talents that you have? Any skills? You say you can rap, right? When you was telling me you can rap, oh, that's somebody else I heard it from.
I can't rap.
What are your talent, your skills?
I'm
gift?
good with computers. I type fast. I like to write. I can write poems and stuff like that.
We'll love to hear your poem one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days.
Anything else you like?
I like art. I like a lot of stuff. I'm really adapted to.
Love that.
I'm creative too. I'm real creative.
Due to the fact you say you love art, when you hear the word art, what does art mean to you?
Art is anything that is drawn or written, or art could be anything. I'm creative. I make my room up, and I like stuffed animals. I like things on my wall. I like to make them myself though. I don't make them I don't buy things and posters and put them up. I make my own.
That's beautiful. If your family or your friends see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
I love you, and I'm going to get there, and just to keep having faith in me, and I love you.
Let me ask you one last thing about the shelter. You say you're in a shelter, right?
Yes.
What was the process of you getting in one? How long?
Not long. Miss Monique and Sam, they're homeless outreach workers. Shout out to them. I really love Miss Monique. She's really good people. She got me in. I did get kicked out, and I got back in. She got me back in. She is very, loving and caring person. She will get you right in. Just try to see her. She comes to Huntington, Allegheny, and Tioga, and gives waters and food out and stuff.
God bless. What do you got planned for the rest of your day?
My day? Dealing with this shit out here, and people robbing you and all kind of shit. I don't know. I'm trying to actually get on methadone tomorrow. I want to get back on methadone. The Suboxones aren't really working for me right now.
So only crack you dealing with right now?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Crack, weed. Sometimes I do Xanax.
Okay. Well, at least you're making progress. You stopped the dope, and that's a huge thing to do. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And we'll stay connected. Welcome to the AML fam, and we're rooting for you. All right, lovely. If people want to help you, what type of help do you need?
I don't really need help. I just need, just people to be respectful and not just ignore you when you ask them what time it is and stuff. Like that's,
Yeah.
I'm still a person. I'm not, I'm a good person too. Just because I'm on drugs and you can tell, don't mean you gotta just ignore me and treat me like shit.
Facts. And that's why we are together in